You know, one of the most common questions that I get is, Andy, what kit do you use for your home office and YouTube studio? Well, I thought in this episode, I'm going to show you. Hey everyone, Andy here. So nice to see you and a warm welcome to the channel. This week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I get so many questions from folks saying, Andy, what equipment do you use? What hardware, what software do you use for YouTube? And also, how do you lay out your home office? And I thought, hey, that's a great idea for a video. So I'm going to give you a studio tour. What do you say? Hey, and all the equipment, everything that I use, none of it's sponsored. So if you want details of it, I'll stick on the descriptions down below, and you can go and explore yourself. And if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or a home office, then reach out, absolutely. And any advice that I can give you, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, where do we start? Well, I guess we start back here. This is my kind of little hall of fame up here. The microphone there was an award that I won at Microsoft TechEd back in 2006. And this kind of started off my career as a Microsoft MVP, actually. A couple of copies of my book, Shadows Rising, there, and also The Seventh Day. An award that I won at the European SharePoint conference a couple of years ago. That was Best Speaker. And also my MVP award there, as well as my MVP certificate that I get every year from Microsoft, and I really appreciated that. My plant, who is growing like crazy here, I'm trying to think of a name for my plant, so if you can come up with something, I would love to have your ideas. It's a she, so we've got to think of a nice name for her. Okay, right, let's have a quick tour of this then. So of course, every home office has a desk. And actually I've got two, and this is my regular desk. But as you can see underneath, it's a bit of a mess. And also, as an instructor, as a trainer, one of the things I find that when I'm traveling, you may know that I teach at a company called Glass Paper in Oslo in Norway, and they have these standing desks, and I decided to go out and get myself one. Let me show you the difference. So this is the latest addition to the office. This is the FlexiSpot E7 Pro standing desk, and it actually comes in a variety of colors. I decided to go with the black color here. It's incredibly robust. I got to tell you, this thing has got a great build quality compared to my old desk. In fact, it comes with a 10-year guarantee. And in terms of weight, you see I've got quite a bit of stuff on it. It can actually handle up to 160 kilograms of weight, which is really good. In terms of the cable tidy, my wife absolutely loves this. You can see how tidy it is underneath in comparison to my old desk. And in terms of operation, super easy to use. There's a nice controller here on the side. You've got things like up and down, you've got memory functions, and of course you've also got a child lock, which is really important, especially for those people who are working from home. So in terms of my other kit that I've got, a couple of Macs, of course, my ever faithful MacBook Pro, which I absolutely love. This goes everywhere with me. I've got another iMac. And in terms of cameras, I've got a Sony ZV-1 there. Absolutely love that. I use that all the time when I'm out and about. And in addition, I've also got a headset here from Yearlink. This is the Yearlink HA64 Pro. The sound quality on this is awesome. I use that for all my Teams calls and conferences and things like that. Now for microphones, I've got three. I've got a Blue Yeti, I've got a Shure MV7 Plus, which is awesome. And when I'm out on the road at conferences, I use this. These are the Hollyland M2 microphones. Absolutely fantastic sound quality. So in addition to that, my final piece of invaluable kit, of course, is a Stream Deck. And these things are just absolutely fantastic, especially if you're streaming. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never quite got the nerve to do live streaming. And I don't know why, because I speak to audiences all the time. But I guarantee this is something that I'm going to be doing in the not too distant future. So I suppose as a YouTuber, you know, a common question is, Andy, what do you think you could improve on? Well, the thing about being a YouTuber is you're constantly learning. When I started this process during COVID, I had no idea about kit. I had no idea about cameras or editing or anything like that. And I've learned it. So you basically learn everything at every stage. And in terms of lighting, this is probably one of my weak areas. And, you know, I've dabbled through the years. You've noticed I've got a couple of small lights here, but nothing amazing. I think mainly because I've got a very nice double set of Velux windows here, and the lighting is quite natural. It's quite good. That may change, of course, in winter. But again, as a YouTuber, as an instructor, you're constantly evolving new skills, and hopefully I'll do that. So the last section that I want to talk about is, you know, a common question that I get is, Andy, what software do you use? Let me show you that. So I use a number of pieces of software, but these are by far the two best ones that I've come across. Canva. Now, unless you've been living on the moon for the last 20 years, you won't have heard of this, but this is fantastic. So gone are the days when you need to spend a lot of money to get very expensive kind of marketing plans or advertising. You can literally design anything here, from slogans to t-shirts to videos to audio. I use the professional edition and it's absolutely fantastic. I truly love it. Now, in terms of the video editing that I do, of course, I use this. This is Camtasia, and Camtasia again is absolutely fantastic. It comes with a whole bunch of transitions. Again, you can favorite things. The visual effects are absolutely awesome. It's got AI built into it. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely recommend this. Of course, there are free tools out there as well. This is just the one that I've been used to using. This is Camtasia 2025, which is absolutely awesome, by the way. So there you have it, the grand tour. I really hope you found that interesting. If you want details of everything that I've shown you, check out the links down below and the descriptions, and hopefully you found it useful. Got any questions, comments? As always, get them to me. And if you've not subscribed, bump that subscribe button and come and join our learning community. That's it for this time. Thanks for joining me.